In this context, the candidate of the Great Patriotic Poll also expressed his rejection of the intentions of the extreme right to privatize education and give away the country's oil to its U.S. allies.
Do you want a coward to come in as president and privatize education? Do you want a coward to come and privatize the right to health? Do you want a coward to come and privatize and give away Venezuela's oil and gas? If the gringos want oil, it falls here. Cash. Cash. Of course we are going to produce more oil every time. Of course we are going to produce gas. And if the gringos want it, they will pay me in cash, at the market price. It is over. Nobody's going to privatize the oil.
And the Ministry of Defense of Venezuela met with the electoral representatives of the United Nations in view of the upcoming presidential elections on July 28th. The Defense Minister, Vladimir Padrino Lopez, highlighted the importance of international relations during the presidential election process. In turn, the official pointed out that the armed forces will be accompanying the electoral process on July 28th. He also indicated that the Republic plan will guarantee the order, the security of the voters, the custody of the infrastructure of the National Electoral Council, and will take care of the electoral material. And we continue on topic as we go into the relations between the United States and Venezuela and how they come into play during these elections. All the information with our special envoy in Caracas, Brian Mier.
For the past 25 years, the United States has waged a hybrid war against Venezuela, from failed coup attempts and financing violent far-right opposition groups, to crippling sanctions that killed tens of thousands of people by blocking life-saving drugs like insulin from entering the country. One constant between Democratic and Republican governments alike has been constant aggression against the socialist government of Venezuela.
Basically, there are two imperatives, two objectives that sometimes conflict with one another. The U.S. needs Venezuelan oil, particularly due to the conflicts currently raging in the Mideast and in Ukraine. But the other imperative is to bring about regime change in order to teach the region a lesson that progressive governments don't work.
When the Biden administration announced it was restarting dialogue with the Venezuelan government this month, some viewed it as a positive sign the U.S. government is going to respect the results of this month's presidential elections. But experts on the history of relations between the two governments have their doubts.
I think the idea of reopening dialogue is part of a greater process because the United States is characterized by a foreign policy of doublespeak. The United States often says something publicly while doing something different behind the scenes, and this is what is happening today.
Venezuela's presidential elections will be held on July 28th. Brian Mier, teleSUR, Caracas.